Decisions are taken.
It was, of course, public, complicated, but very transparent. The proper word is consulta from the Zapatistas movement. There was an open list on the net where we openly stated the problems and what had been done so far and how people could contribute to that. And slowly, gradually, sometimes a little bit more difficult than other times, we have solved all the problems that have come up. Typically, there is a 5-member committee that is in charge of the finance.
Αλλά δεν χρειάστηκε ποτέ να κάνουμε ψηφοφορία στην Επιτροπή.
But so far, there has never been the need to vote in this committee.
Και 39 νύχτες. Άντε ζαχαροσιμωμένε, ζωντάνεψε!
Και το όνομά μου?
Ζαχαράκης.
Alice was born out of the idea that an interpreter is professional is $600 a day minimum, and a professional booth is about $15,000. This means that if you are an international organization, or if you are an organization and you want to host an international event, interpretation is not affordable for you. We've solved the interpreter issue, and looking at the budgets of the social forums, we could see that, I don't know, 10-20% would go into booth things. So we said, after all, a booth is nothing but a piece of technology. Why can't we appropriate ourselves the technology, design, ask people who work in electronics and radio. So we said, let's come up with a cheap booth.
And the Greek did something I was not very confident on, because the radio FM, it's a quite tricky technology. It's really, the noise, it's bad, and the interference are very strong, and I was quite worried about the capacity to have a good enough technology for the sound.
Normally booths are digital, so you can have as many channels as you want, and you just hit a button. We said that's too expensive, so let's work with radio. Even in the most remote country in the earth, you can find radio technology and a transmitter, and it's cheap. And it's easy to make. You don't need to be an engineer. So originally a group in France from Rennes, designed the first transmitter, and that was then recycled into the project that was Alice. And other teams, like the teams from Turkey, we designed a transmitting equipment that has all the functions of a professional transmitting equipment, and for 1/10 of the price.
What they did was an incredibly good success if you look at the things at technical level, in a sense that works. I was not convinced that, but I was wrong, and they were right. That worked very well.
All the electronic equipment necessary for the interpretation, we have built it ourselves. To rent professional equipment necessary for an event in the size of a forum, the expense is around 500,000 euros, $500,000, for just to rent it. We built it at a cost of 150,000, and it stays for the movement. Next year, the plan is to pack it and send it in Kenya, in the World Social Forum. Okay. You have to interrupt. I have to go somewhere for 5-10 minutes to check something, and perhaps we will continue later. Okay. When problems occur, they occur all at once. and you have to look at a million different places and solve a million different problems at the same time. That's the difficult part. But we knew that. We expected that this would happen.
And since when are you here? Since how many days?
2 weeks. We are here 2 weeks to test the system, install it and get it ready. For the installation we were about 15 and we actually managed to be up to 30, which is the number we need to support the system for the entire forum. During the entire process we have started 14 months ago. Since it's a huge project, we need to the entire context of the interpretation is one of the most important aspects of the organization of a social forum.
Where do you sleep?
I don't think I will be able to sleep today. Things are going crazy. I slept. That's okay. I slept 3 days yesterday, 3 hours yesterday, and that was enough.
And what problems do you have during the day?
It's easiest to say the problems we don't have. Many problems. Equipment does not work. We don't have enough equipment in several places. We're not enough to do the job. It's a huge project. We have to be present in at least 30 different rooms. And the list goes on and on. Every moment something new happens. But it's going well. It's going well. I'm very optimistic because today I think it was a good day. It's the first day and we had some problems, but it was thumbs up in the end. Things worked. If we succeed, it's a big hope for the entire movement because it might be the first technical success of the forum. And everyone wants this.
Are you proud that the forum is in?
I'm very proud. Yes. Yes. I'm very proud of the work we have done. And the important thing is what will leave behind. What the day after the forum? What will be if the situation will be better for us fighting for a better everything, for a better Europe, a better world, and so on.
Supposed to fill in for.
We have around 500 interpreters, and we are going to have 25 languages, but 19 active.
3 is German.
Yeah, 2 is English.
2 is English.
1 is
Spanish.
1 is Spanish, and I think that's all we have. Yes. And then if other languages come
So
up,
this is I would say, maybe the major problem, that we cannot prepare. So just to give an example, we are going to have around 200 seminars, and we have 40 seminars or texts or something that they sent us, not really in advance. So some yesterday, some 2 days ago.
No problem. Okay. What is the frequency? Channel 4.
German.
Channel 4. No, I'll into English.
Okay, and then I'll put
You'll
it
take away and you translate it into German.
from channel 4. Sie macht das dann, wenn die Deutsche.
One of the most important things to say is that we are doing this because it's a political choice, and we are not just there. We don't want to just go to the forums as a service. Let's say, okay, we go there, we provide interpretation, and then we go back, and that's it. No, we get involved, and we are working for the forums only. We are not, let's say, a free service for anything. It's for the forums.
But so far, how is it going?
Good. It's going really well. It's much better than 2 years ago. Even though it seems very chaotic, it's actually gotten better, which is maybe hard to believe, but it has.
What is better now?
It's more organized, the equipment works. In Paris 2 years ago, the equipment didn't work, people didn't show up, half the booths were empty, no one knew what was going on. A lot of people had never translated before. Everyone I've worked with is a student or a professional, so that's really nice. So you can really rely on each other. Yeah. Write down the frequencies that were here. Yeah. Okay, 3 is no.
Please check all of them. Please check all the frequencies. One by one.
Okay. Well.
At least for those who have the German translation, it might be just a problem how you hold this thing. At least I had a very good transmission. I don't know.
Στην πραγματικότητα, η παγκοσμιοποίηση, αυτό το οποίο βλέπουμε φανερά να κάνει σε όλο τον κόσμο.
Bueno, modu laburrean, esango dut orain arte esandakoa, pixkat terrorismoaren aurkako borroka hori.
Now, interestingly, the UK and the US lists do allow a limited form of appeal.
Against human being, against the majority of the people living in the countries.
And this led to quite a big public campaign.
Hortik aurrera inbeste neurri eman ziren terrorismoaren aurkako borroka horretarako, baina egia da ere, ez zirela momentu horretan pentsatu neurri guztiak.